A Cinema Guild production.
How much like them foreign films?
Yeah, that was good. Belongs in a class with the bicycle thieves and shoe shine, don't you think so?
He was one of the 10 best.
Yeah, you're right. Wasn't it great?
Yeah, great. What do you got there, Fuzzy?
You know, I think we should see it again. Yeah, let's go back in.
You're not going anywhere. You see, you're under arrest. I don't think so. Catch a cab.
Is he really a pig? You better believe he is.
Yeah, this is 29 X-ray. Go ahead.
29 X-ray, disregard on the surveillance, return to the station and pick up your partner. X-ray, are you 10-4?
Hi, folks.
Looks like you got a pretty nice harvest.
Yeah, we did okay.
I want to see some of it.
Okay. Get the stuff.
Looks like it'll make a real good rope.
Yeah, real good rope.
Let's get it loaded and get out of here.
Hey, look, man, I think you counted wrong. There's $200 missing. Hey!
What?
Where's the rest of our bread?
That's it right there in your hand.
Look, this isn't what we agreed on.
That's what you're getting.
Hey, now look, man, me and my friends worked pretty hard picking this shit.
Come on, man, I got a headache.
Hey.
Hey, beat it, man. Look, I got a gun and you don't, see?
Hey, we want our bread!
Listen to this one. Come on, let's go.
Get a haircut.
Yes, sir.
You know what you're gonna do?
Right.
There they are now.
You got the stuff?
Yeah, you get the bread?
76, swing in front of me, cover back. Okay. 10-4, 6-7.
All right, buddy. Climb on down out of there. Come on now. You got a broken leg or something?
Oh, what the hell, God damn it!
What's wrong? Is it locked?
No, it's just jammed. I get it. Son of a bitch.
What is it?
Goddamn hell is going on?
I don't believe that.
Stupid meathead, did you forget everything I ever told you?
You never taught us nothing about this.
That's fine. That's just fine. Two-niner X-ray, this is 3-3. Two-niner X-ray, this is 3-3. 29 X-ray, this is 3-3. 29 X-ray, this is 3-3.
Give me that mic there, will you?
29 X-ray, this is 3-3.
Here, go ahead.
Be prepared to stop subjects in van en route to your location. Do you copy 29 X-ray?
Yeah, Roger, 3-3. We will apprehend subjects.
10-4.
Oh, don't shoot! I give. Oh no!
Jesus Christ. What the hell's wrong with him? Did you kick him or something?
I didn't do anything to him.
Well, what the hell's wrong with him?
I don't think he feels so good.
Let's get him out of here.
X44 on J89 are 1023. They have custody.
I suppose one of you heroes shot that guy over there by the van, huh?
No, sir, that was the girl that did the shooting there, sir.
Ross shot the other man, sir.
What other man?
There were 3 men in all.
And Ross had to shoot one of them.
Fired at me first, Captain Hayes. I had to drop him.
Shit, how many times have I heard that?
Go ahead, 655. We just ran over a dog or something out here. I have the street department come out and answer that.
29 X-ray, the captain wants to know how those 2 subjects got shot.
One of them shot the other one in his back. A possible marital dispute. Officer Ross shot the other subject with possible self-defense.
We know about Little Don. What about you? What's your real name?
I already gave it to you.
Yeah, Ruby's her real name. Isn't that right, Ruby?
Yeah, that's right.
Where you work now, Ruby?
I don't have no job right now.
But she used to. She used to dance go-go at the Sabon Club. Right, Ruby?
I quit, though.
Hey, we can line you up with something.
Like what?
Well, we have a few people working kind of clandestinely, you know what I mean? It doesn't amount to too much work.
I don't want to be no goddamn informer.
That'll be about enough, Ross. This agency has specific guidelines for the recruitment of special contacts. Those guidelines will be adhered to. Do you understand?
Yes, sir. I just try to use every opportunity available to...
Never mind. We'll discuss this later.
Well, anyway, sir, we did a pretty good job this time, even if Ross did screw up again.
Yeah, you guys had a real test this time.
Must have got busted when we was chasing those
What's
subjects.
that, Wilson?
What?
That, goddammit, that book up there.
I don't know. I've never seen that before.
Give it here. What's this crap doing in the unit, Wilson?
Someone else must have been reading it, sir.
Don't shit me, Wilson. You guys have been using this car for months now.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Just keep this kind of crap out of official cars, you get me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. It's Wilson.
Shut up. You two are both treading on very thin ice. I know you think you're a pair of real hot dogs, but after all, there's a limit to how far you can go. You understand?
Yes, sir.
What do you mean, hot dogs?
Keep quiet, you. Just to show you an example of what I mean, look at this car. It was new when you checked it out, right?
Yes, sir. That's right, sir.
Well, these ashtrays back here look like they've never been emptied. You've got unauthorized stickers on the windshield, a dirty book stuck up under the sun visor, and it smells like puke in here. It may be funny to you guys, but after all, this is an official car.
That stuff's just part of our undercover look, Captain.
All right, I want this goddamn car properly cleaned up the next time I see it.
Right, sir. Yes, sir.
Hey, listen to this. Youth pulls out own eyes after drug overdose.
What?
Orlando Beach. Police said Monday that William Chuck Johnson pulled out his eyes while suffering the effects of a drug overdose in jail. Johnson, 25, was arrested earlier when he was observed walking naked near an elementary school in Orlando Beach.
What do you read that crap for?
A drug worker said that Johnson had taken an overdose of PCP, an animal tranquilizer not sold for human use. The spokesman said that he thought Johnson might have obtained the PCP through illegal sources. Illegal sources. He was reported to be in a deeply disturbed state, and so impervious to pain that he did not even scream when he pulled out his own eyes.
Jesus Christ. Do you believe all that shit?
Well, I don't know.
Hey, hi, man. How you doing?
Yeah, how you doing? Real nice. Yeah, real stylish.
Huh? Oh, yeah. It's great, isn't it? I just bought it.
It's great. Now shut up. Hey, what you got here? What's this little jewel?
Give me that back.
Woo, look at this, a real hippie toy. Hey, it's made out of plastic, huh?
Don't do that. It'll fly crooked.
Oh, it'll fly crooked.
Come on, man, cut it out. It ain't mine.
It ain't mine.
What the hell did you do that for? Now it's ruined.
Oh, yeah, I guess it's no good anymore. It's all busted up.
It wasn't even mine. It belonged to Rosie Sue.
Oh, hey, I'm really sorry, man. Really, I really am.
God damn it.
God damn it. Who the hell cares, man? Who's this Rosie Sue, anyway?
She's a waitress here, that's who.
She's a waitress there. Now listen, Mickey. I'll tell you what. Now listen up real good. Me and my friends here, we're gonna wisen you up a bit. Open your eyes, so to speak. You dig, my man?
Yeah, Mickey, El Dynamito.
You know, I like you, Mickey. Yeah, it's true, I do, and I think you could do better. I don't think you're working up to your potential.
What? What do you mean?
Just trust us. We'll help you out. And who knows, we might even need a hand. Yeah, let's go.
No tengo dinero ni nada que dar, lo único que tengo es amor para amar. Si así tú me quieres, te puedo querer, pero si no puedes, ni modo que hacer. No tengo dinero ni nada que dar, lo único que tengo
Hey,
es
listen.
amor
Why
para
don't you get that little dude with the green tie to drive you out the airstrip tomorrow?
Mickey, it's serious, man.
No, listen. Then if you run into pigs, you can say it was his idea. Offering $20.
All right, you say so.
Well, if it isn't my old pal Peter.
Lousy shit.
What? The creep owes me $50. Claims he's always broke, but look at him sitting there drinking that wine. God damn it, I'm gonna collect. Looks like he's got much worth collecting.
Hey, man, far out. What's happening?
Yeah, your old man's pretty buzzed out, isn't he?
He's not my old man.
What's going on?
Blasey's trying to collect from that dude. Shit, them downer freaks ain't got no money.
Well, Peter, you owe me some bread, right?
Yeah, man, I wanted to talk to you about that, man. Yeah, I was wondering if maybe I could have a couple of days to get something together, man, to get your bread together, you know what I mean? I just want to say, man, like, you've really mellowed out, you know what I mean? Like, all these other dudes around here, they all think you're a pig, man. I don't. You've really mellowed out, you know what I mean, man?
That's nice.
While I think of it, man, I was wondering if I could have a couple of reds.
Yeah, sure, man, but, first I gotta have a little down payment, you know?
Down payment. Yeah, I know what you mean, man. Except, I haven't got anything.
Yeah, well, let's see if that's true.
Now, come on, man. What the fuck is this? I don't deserve that.
Oh, don't run. Spiro's face is dirty. Don't look to me like it's worth a shit.
Now, come on, man. Give me that bag. That means a lot to me.
Sure, man, sure. Oh, shit. Now, how in the hell did that happen?
Now, come on, give me that back.
Hey, is this your old lady, man?
You bastard. Now, give me... Now, that was a shitty thing to do. Now, give me that back.
Hey, look at that. Hey, we better get out of here.
Lo único que tengo es amor para amar. Si así tú me quieres,
676 head.
twice a day.
632 is 10-8.
Roger, 632.
What's up?
Okay, we're going to see Mr. Danny Ravelli.
I know Danny. He's been busted a couple times for dealing, hasn't he?
But according to this, he's moved up.
676 there.
He handles distribution and shit like that.
Yeah, we're 1095.
There's 15 raids on the board for this morning, and Danny's name's on the
Subject
list.
does not have any pants on and shot Officer Holman in the face with a water pistol.
10-4, 632. Report about 1010 in progress at 5.
Never had much luck anyway.
Front of the bar.
I remember he had his name tattooed on his fingers. D-A-N-N-Y. Real nice job, too. Tried to get tough with Moose Cook, and Moose Cook bit his little finger off. Now it reads A-N-N-Y.
Handy.
Yeah. He tried to have the letters taken off, but they still show.
655, click on over 511 East Street on a fight. 611 at 632 there. We've got a second columnist. Sounds like a good one.
Wilson, you've got to quit buying these day-old donuts.
Any units on the west side clear?
Yeah, 620 is clear. Kent, roar.
What do you think about this, baby?
Come on, Wilson, let's go. Watch out for that puke there. Police! Open up, police! Where is he? Where'd he go? Get the door! Yeah, I admit, Jesus Christ, I didn't know that son of a bitch carried a gun. Hold it! Stop!
Get up.
Careful, thing might go off.
Move.
All right, let's go. We got your boyfriend downstairs.
I didn't do nothing.
Okay, this is just routine.
I didn't know he had a gun, honest.
Where do you want to print this, girl?
I don't use dope, that's for sure. I don't even drink very much. Hey, do I have to go to jail?
I don't know.
I'll see. I don't have much to say about this.
Listen, I suppose you'll find out. I've been arrested before.
Nobody's perfect.
What's he doing?
He thinks he's Dick Tracy.
Picture time. Say cheese.
I'll try to make this brief, okay? You know you're in trouble. We got you on 815, possession of over 500 grams, a 2020, possession of a controlled substance, and a 3700, interference with police officers. You get some time for this one.
But I didn't...
What do you want to do?
Huh?
Do you want to work for us or not?
I don't know.
Wouldn't exactly be a new experience now, would it?
No, I guess not.
So?
Yeah, I'll do it.
Shit, I don't think she knows enough to help us.
Yes, I do. I helped out a lot.
Okay.
But I mean, are you guys gonna protect me? Some of them guys that hang around with Danny are pretty mean.
You don't have to worry about that. I'll take care of that personally.
Swear to God you won't let them get me.
Yeah, I swear to God I won't let them get you.
Shit.
Ross, how long has it been since you read the Book of Rules and Regulations of this department?
I don't know, Chief.
Well, read it. Pay particular attention to the article in there about hair. You need a haircut, so let's get one.
Yes, sir. Well?
Okay, I'll do it. But what do I get?
You get to go home now.
Yeah, well, it's just that I don't have no job right now.
And Danny won't be around.
He ain't shit.
All right, we'll see if we can't get you a little dough. Maybe later on, if things work out, we'll get you on the payroll.
Okay, but nobody's gonna find out, right?
Right.
Now, this ain't a bad way to make 20 bucks, is it? Let's go get it. What's your hurry, man? I mean, there's no way the pigs could be out here yet.
Come on down out of that plane. Come on down out of it.
shit, man. What are we gonna do now?
Shut up. Let's get out of here.
Car 12 calling radar 4.
Radar 4, go ahead.
Yeah, I got her stopped now, Bill.
Roger. Got her clocked at 73.
Okay, I'll be out of the car here.
10-4.
Easy $20, huh?
Hey, stop whining, squirrel.
Want to get 15 and disregard 19?
Hey, what's this, a roadblock?
Nah, it's just a speed trap. Keep going.
That guy's doing over 90.
1013.
Car 12. Radar 4 to car 12. Radar 4 to car 12.
Hey, what's he trying to do?
Fuck him. Keep going.
Pull over. Hey, go! Woo, what's that?
Oh, damn. Sergeant's gonna kill me for this.
You gotta be shitting me.
Hey, man, not so loud, huh?
You just better be glad that that goddamn van was rented with a hot card, or you'd be up shit creek right now.
Yo, how's that supposed to know the fucking pigs would be out there, man?
You could have looked around before the fucking plane landed, you shithead!
Looked around. Oh, yeah.
Ah, shut up. And who the hell do you think that disguise is gonna fool anyway?
Well, I don't know. I thought...
Where's that goddamn idiot Mickey?
Mickey, well, man, that fucking baby was making so much noise, I put him in the trunk.
Good.
Yeah, the pigs were looking for two guys anyway.
All right. Take your friend home and stay there till I get there. You got it?
I got it, man.
I got some business to take care of.
What kind of business?
Beat it!
Mark in? Is Mark in? Hi, how you doing? God damn it, is Mark in?
Yeah, he's in the back.
Yeah, well, nice talking to you.
Hey, look who's here.
Yeah, I thought I'd just drop by with a little something.
That's great. Let's see what you got.
Well, I like to make my deals confidential, if you know what I mean.
Oh, don't worry about my assistants here. They're quite trustworthy. They work for me.
Yeah, sure, if you say so.
I say so. Fine. Just fine. I've got a little something for you.
It's been a pleasure, I'm sure.
Hey, stick around for a minute. You know, they don't build those top radar sets for the kind of punishment some people dish out.
What are you talking about?
Don't bullshit me, man. That business out at the airstrip, that was your doing, right? Huh? Am I right? Yeah, I was right.
You don't fuck around, do you?
Fun's fun. Takes money, but fun's fun. That's great stuff. That radar business was a real mess, all right.
Hey, I don't mean to slight you. I know a lot of time and effort went into that, went right down the drain. And leadership and planning too, huh? Great stuff. Hey, I'll tell you what. Will you take that out of here already? Tell you what, I'd like to hear some more about this stuff. I might want a little piece of the action.
Is that right?
That's right. Hey, look, why don't you stop by in a couple of days? We can talk about it.
Yeah, sure. Catch you later, man.
Yeah, hey, watch out for radar on the way home, huh?
Say, what are you doing in a liquor store?
Chief told me to take a couple days off. Thought I'd pick up something to pass the time. You're an expert. Is this stuff any good?
There's only one way to find out. Yeah, this is real good. Just fine.
Sure you wouldn't like another sip?
Oh, thanks. It's not that good.
You're right. I'm gonna try some Fiesta.
You're a pigpen's crooked.
Thanks.
I wonder if I should go to work.
Go to work?
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with being a professional dancer, is there?
Nah. Where do you work now?
Sabone Club. Same place I worked before I got arrested on that bum rap.
You mean plugging your old man?
Yeah, that's right. A clear-cut case of self-defense, and they say I gotta go to trial.
Should have taken my advice. We could have worked something out. My recommendations carry a lot of weight.
Is that right? Aren't you gonna pay for that?
Nah. Come on, I'll give you a lift.
Hey, a real police car. What are you doing driving this car?
I don't have a car. I kind of take care of this.
Look at all these fancy gizmos. What's this for? I'd like a hamburger and an order of fries, please.
Come on, goddammit.
You're calling her, Pete.
10:22. Why don't you come on downtown and make a quick statement, huh?
About what?
About Little Don and the stuff in his van.
Oh, I don't feel like making a statement right now. Why don't you try me a little later?
Yeah.
Is this your siren?
Isn't this your place here?
Mm-hmm.
What a dump.
Thanks for the ride.
Yeah.
Look at that. Isn't that the chick that shot her old man?
Hey, man, isn't that pig that plugged Sammy, man?
Yeah, shut up and get the hell in the car. We're gonna have to take care of that.
$29, 1021.
Yeah, okay, 10-4. Yeah, this is Ross.
I wanted to tell you.
Tell me what?
There's going to be some stuff delivered tomorrow. A lot of stuff.
What stuff?
Big delivery. I'm supposed to go along with the guy, one of Danny's friends.
Who is it?
Some guy with rotten teeth. You should smell his breath.
Where's the stuff at?
I don't know where the stash is, but he's going to pick me up tomorrow.
You don't know where the stash is stashed.
No, I don't, but I wanted to tell you about it.
That's good.
I mean, you're going to help me in, all right? You're going to protect me from the guys, aren't you?
Yeah, we're gonna protect you.
Okay, then. You said I might get paid, too.
Yeah, we'll see if we can't work something out.
Goodbye.
Roger, I think I've got him 29.
Yeah, Roger, Air Force. According to the info we received yesterday, the car should be a 1965 Ford Falcon. Red, pretty beat up.
10-4, I have subjects in sight. I have subjects in sight.
Oh, this coffee tastes like shit.
Air 4, Unit 29. Suspect vehicle stopping.
What are you doing?
Roger, Air Force. Have they spotted you?
1074, I don't think so.
What are you doing?
That one's mine. It's the bonus I richly deserve.
You're crazy. They're gonna know it's missing.
Oh, shit. Them yin yangs don't know what's going on as long as you don't tell them.
Sure.
Now listen, you ain't involved. Just don't say nothing.
Okay, 29, they're moving again. 10-4.
Do you have the suspect vehicle in sight?
That's affirmative. They're approaching your location.
10-4, Air 4. You can 10-7.
Okay, 29. Good day.
You know I can't go to the seashore cause the police got my Chevy. I ain't got much money and the landlord's after that. But I'm all...
They must have turned off. Damn it. Let's go.
Cause he listens to my trouble. Course he don't speak no English, Lord, I wonder where I'm at. Cross country blues, have you heard that?
Think you were followed?
No, I was real careful, man. Just one of the things you learn in this business.
Yeah, hey, what happened to your teeth?
Bet the pigs knocked them out, huh? No, they just fell out. Rotted, I guess.
Yeah, well, never mind that. You got it?
Yes, sir. This is it.
Okay. Yeah, real fine, real fine. Except there's one missing.
Huh? No, there ain't, man. You must have miscounted. Let me see.
Where is it?
What do you mean?
I mean, this packet is missing, and this, bundle's been messed with, man.
Shit, man, I don't know. It's just one little packet anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, you got a point there. Except,
I don't.
You got to say, little lady.
Yeah, he took one.
Goddamn bitch.
I told you not to, didn't I?
Yeah, she told you not to, didn't she?
That was bad, man. Real bad.
Yeah, real bad.
Oh, look, man, I earned that shit. I more than earned it.
You earned something, but not that.
Yeah, not that.
Hey, hey, Jesus! God damn it, let me go!
Just like a rubber tree. Yeah, except nobody pulled out his squawker. Butterfingers and screw up a shit sandwich.
Man, you should have seen him splatter.
Vince! Come on, damn it!
Jesus, he fell.
One says he's dead.
Well, look who's here. Things got hot, but I guess you out-slicked them, huh?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Hey, you guys are really crazy. You know, you could have got into some shit over this. How about a drink?
Sure.
Say, how'd that guy happen to fall off that building?
Yeah, he fell like a rubber chicken, didn't he?
Well, what's next for you boys?
Who knows?
I gotta tell you, you did all right for me on this one.
Yeah? Well, what about Sammy, man? The pigs blew him in half.
Shut up.
And what about that chick that's working with the pigs?
Yeah, we'll take care of it. Now just keep quiet.
Thank you.
Look, I'm really sorry about your friend.
All right, Mark. I can call you Mark, can I?
Sure.
Well, Mark, it's my idea that me and my friends here... Excuse me a minute, Mark.
God damn it, Mickey. If I told you once, I told you 1,000 times not to fuck around when I'm trying to make an important deal.
It's my idea that we take an extended vacation to Canada just till things cool off.
That sounds like a good idea.
Mark, I'm going to be up front with you on this. We need some bread. And there's an opportunity for us to make a big score on a beautiful investment. If we have the backing. It's a 1,000% winner.
And you need some investment capital, huh?
That's right, Mark. It's a beautiful opportunity that just can't miss.
What is it exactly?
The fly-in. A big fly-in of goodies that'll bring 1,000% profit.
Ah, come on now, that's not gonna work. Look what happened the last time.
Yes, it will. Now, the last time was bungled. I'll be the first to admit it. But that's because it wasn't organized properly. Me not being on the scene and all.
That's right, he wasn't there.
So what's gonna be different about this time?
It's gonna be a drop, first of all. None of this landing and takeoff crap. And it's gonna be planned right. We're gonna find a place that's secluded. Then we'll use radios. You know, walkie-talkies. We'll have guys watching the road just in case the pigs come along. Everything will be covered.
Where's the drop gonna be?
Out in the sticks. Some place where a plane can fly pretty low without attracting attention.
Who's gonna be your pilot? The other guy's in jail.
I got a guy I think will do all right.
Yeah, he's just right.
Well, I'll tell you what. I like those 1,000% returns. So if you can get a pilot, you can count me in.
I think he'll do just fine.
Yeah, unless he gets fried.
Jimbo. Hey, Jimbo, how you doing, man?
Shit, this goddamn place is a drag, man.
Here, you better take this.
What's good? The boss said to call. We weren't allowed to talk during working hours.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask you something.
What's that?
I'm wondering if you still have a pilot's license, man.
Yeah, I still got it.
Well, if you can get a hold of a plane, you might be able to earn some bread. Like, about 200.
Yeah. 200.
Only it's, slightly illegal.
Who the fuck cares?
That's the right attitude, man. Excuse me a minute.
Mickey, put it down.
Good help's hard to find these days.
That sounds good to me.
Good, good. And little Wanda here will be going along to help out.
Yeah, good. I'll take care of it. Just let me know when you want me to do it. But there's just one thing, though.
What's that?
I don't want no fucking fried chicken around.
Mickey, put it down.
29er X-ray to HQ.
Go ahead, 29.
1021 this number. 1021 this number. 365, 3365. 365, 3365.
10-4, 29 X-ray.
Who's that to?
Ruby. I told her to meet me here at 3.
She didn't want to do much talking before. What makes you think she'll talk now?
Sometimes being arrested has a delayed effect on people. It loosens the tongue. Know what I mean?
Ross, we busted that girl. She hates our guts. She's not going to talk to
Headquarters
you.
to 29 X-ray.
Yeah, go ahead.
29er, nobody answers on your 1021.
Okay, 10-4. I wonder where the hell she is.
Hey, did I tell you about the shoplifter I caught last night? She had a 12-pound turkey between her legs. Not only that.
Shut up. There she is.
Hi. Right on time.
Oh, I still don't like the idea of meeting out in the open like this.
This is unofficial.
Unofficial.
Well, semi-official.
I didn't think this was a very good idea. I gotta go.
Wait a minute.
It might be wise for you to talk to me for a minute.
What about?
About little Don.
What kind of shit are you trying to hand me?
The only shit involved is what little Don had in the back of his van.
Yeah, I remember. Only why should I want to tell you about little Don?
Because if you don't, I'm going to rake your ass over the coals in court.
Is that right?
That's right. Let's get in.
You drive.
All right, so what about the goddamn court date?
You know, Ruby, sometimes I get the idea that this here is the only real friend I got.
What?
Yep. It's rough fighting crime all the time. Day in, day out. Nobody appreciates what you do. Ain't that right, Wilford?
Yeah, sure.
That's not all. Hell, just the other day, the captain got all over my ass about not having my hair cut according to regulations. Ain't that a bitch? It's a dog's life. This place is a pile of shit.
Things are tough all over, so what? How about taking me home?
Okay. Put any of this stuff back at your place?
Hey, come on, Ross. We got a 10:25 back to the station and finish up that report on those two queers you beat up.
Hey, fuck you! I don't want to go back to the station now.
Hey, look, goddammit, if you wouldn't make so much trouble all the time, we wouldn't have to make out the fucking reports. Shit, Captain Hayes wanted that thing 2 hours ago.
Big deal. Do it yourself. My spelling's no good anyway.
You're absolutely crazy. You're a really fucking lunatic.
Thanks.
That's disgusting.
You know, Ruby, you're really something. You blow up your old man, then you get bad with me because I happen to carry a gun.
Oh, shit.
Don't go.
I'll be right back.
You really think that hippie can fly a plane good enough?
They let him rent one, didn't they? How's everything look, number 2?
You hear me okay, number 2?
Yeah, I hear you real good. There's nobody around.
Okay. How's it look, number 3?
Looks good here.
That's a pretty original code you're using there. Number 1, number 2, number 3. Yeah, it's real tricky.
Look, goddammit, you can't use names over these things. It's a violation of the statutes.
How about flying planes around with big loads of dope in them?
Don't worry about it. Just get off my ass.
All right. What do I care?
You just better care about this deal.
Yeah. If we follow that little road down there, we should be all right.
Hey, we'll Let's try out some of the stuff back here.
Oh, no. That's just not done while you're flying.
Ah, come on, it'll do you good. Here.
You know, it's funny. You were with your old man when he got busted, right?
I told you, he's not my old man.
Yeah, okay. But you were there.
That's right.
Why didn't you get busted?
Maybe I hid under the bed.
Bullshit.
Maybe they didn't think I was doing anything wrong.
You'd better be sure you're not doing anything wrong now, baby.
Woo! That's El Dynamito.
I told you it'd do you good.
Yeah, sure did. Wow. Sure is beautiful up here, isn't it?
You know, I've had a couple of pieces of fried chicken. It tastes great right now.
Nothing can make that greasy crap look good.
What's the matter?
Nothing. Shit. I was afraid I was lost there for a minute. It's okay now, though. I gotta get a grip on myself.
No, you don't. Get a grip on this little devil.
Good. Good. Did you hear that? Yeah, you goddamn dumb broad. You don't even know what's going on, do you?
We should be coming up on the spot pretty soon now.
Want me to get this stuff ready?
Yeah. Yeah, we're almost there. God damn, I feel funny. Not bad, but kind of strange.
This is number 1. Chicken Boy is approaching. I repeat, Chicken Boy is approaching.
Number 1. Number 1, this is number 2. Number 1, this is number 2. There's a hick in a station wagon heading your way.
How do you get this thing open?
You gotta push on it.
Shit, man, this is hard.
Well, just hold on. We're almost there now.
That's it.
Tell me when you want these things to drop.
God damn it! That damn idiot's gonna drive right into the drop.
Okay, let it go now.
Anything you say.
Let's get the hell out of here, get this thing parked, and get going.
Thought you were watching the road, you shithead.
I was. I called, but nobody answered.
That useless bitch. Hey, man, how'd it go?
Shit, come on, let's get that stuff back.
Did you ever see such a thing? A fellow shouldn't be allowed to fly an airplane if he's going to pull a stunt like that.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, what is that stuff?
Doesn't concern you.
Oh, yes, it does, and it concerns the sheriff, too.
Listen, maybe you just better forget you seen us, Jack.
My name ain't Jack, and why should I forget I seen you?
Because if you don't, you ain't gonna be eating any more hog jowls.
Come on, goddammit, let's get out of here before something else happens.
What about this guy, man? He's gonna run home and call the pigs.
And fix his car so don't go anywhere. Besides, there are no pigs for miles around.
This isn't your fault! All right, let's get out of here!
Air 1 to 29 X-ray. Air 1 to unit 29er X-ray.
Hand me that, will you? Go ahead, Air 1.
Suspects leaving area in a green 1973 Chrysler Newport. Turn left on County Road 131. Proceed to intercept location.
10-4.
Air 1 to 29 X-ray. Your suspects are moving fast. You're going to have to hustle and cut them off.
Air 1, we're at the intercept position. Have subjects passed this location yet?
Sorry, 29er. Suspects have already passed that location.
10-4.
This party is a real drag.
I didn't know that those TV guys were going to be here.
Yeah, what are they doing?
Mr. Chambers, do you feel that the Drug Rescue Center here is a valid answer to our community's drug problems?
Very definitely, very definitely. Just to look at what rehabilitation centers like our Zodiac House have done is living proof of what we have accomplished.
Mr. Chambers, what do you feel the future goals of the Zodiac House operation are?
Well, there's kind of a dichotomy of terms here. But first of all, we've got to think of the kids. That's most important. And if we can prevent a crime from happening, maybe we can prevent arrests. Prevention instead of detention.
Oh, there's the private party. Come on, stop!
That's stupid.
Well, Perry, let me put it like this, plain and simple. If we're going to stop the problem, we've got to get the pushers off the street and stop the flow of drugs. Excuse me. Please excuse me.
Just a second.
What the hell are you doing here? Why didn't you phone like we agreed?
Because something fouled up, man. The pigs are after us. We gotta hide here for a while.
Yeah, man, there are pigs all over the place. Jesus! You mean the police are following you? The police are coming here?
Hell no. We left them way back there. We just need a place to hide the car and the dope. Can you dig it?
You want to leave the car here? I guess it'll be all right. Drive it around the side.
Yeah, sure.
Listen, you sure the police don't know you're coming here?
Look, man, we left them way back there. They'll never show up here.
God down anyway. Yeah, but we're the pigs. Oh.
What is that? I don't know. What's that?
The pigs.
How you shooting at? Frank, we gotta make sure there's no dope in the house! Make sure yourself. I want to fire the thing! Frank!
X-rays there, one.
There's keys in this one. Come on.
I ain't going.
Women, man. They're nothing but dead weight.
Yeah, I'll say.
Shut up.
Where'd they go?
Down that way.
All right, don't go anywhere now.
Yeah, I think they're catching up with us.
Hey, can't this thing go any faster?
Relax.
Air 1 to 29 X-ray, we're going in to refuel. We'll be back up when we've topped off.
Hey, look out for that gate. Get out of the road. That's the
hungry.
Shut up. Hey, watch out for that gate.
What the hell are they doing?
Piss on them.
6 will be out north side of the stand.
10-4, 676.
10-4.
Air 1 to 29 X-ray. Do you see suspect vehicle? We lost contact. 29 X-ray, you copy Air 1?
Back here, man. I'm gonna waste this guy.
Headquarters to 29 X-ray.
Green! Hold it!
Get out! Get out! On your feet! On your feet! Get up! If I had my piece, I'd blast you.